Hey everyone, welcome to the call. Omar Briones here, and on this call we're going to cover two things. I'm going to go over the logistics and the basic structure of the internship, how it's going to run, and the other thing is going to just give you some core fundamental best practices or just the core fundamentals of business and marketing. All right. So first thing first, I want to let you know that I know there might be apologize for that. I'm in a new location. And the other thing is, if it goes a little choppy, please bear with me. Internet's not super the best. And the other thing is you would really need to take some notes on this. So make sure you have a notebook, notepad, whatever you use, and a pen with plenty of ink. All right. So I'm going to give you a document that I wrote all these notes down on, but I really want you to take notes as well. Okay. So we're going to cover a lot. So with that said, first thing first. So the first thing I want to share today is on our logistics. Okay. So how it's going to work, we're going to have weekly team meetings. Okay. That's just for us. This is for our internship. And we might have some people from our actual team who are actually part of the company join as well. Okay. So what we're going to do here is go over what's the task at hand. Answer any questions that anyone has, and we're going to basically share with each other. We're going to learn together and grow together, okay? So this is mandatory, by the way. We don't have the official time yet, but if the time that we scheduled for this meeting right now works for you, that is fine with me. So we need to collaborate and come up with the right time. If this time works for you, just message me, say yes, this time works. If not, let me know what is a time and day of every single week that you can join 100% and have internet access, okay? So with that said, and these are going to be on Zoom, by the way, okay? The next thing that we're going to be, next thing is the weekly individual meetings, okay? And that's just with you and me, okay? That is for working on the projects that you are helping with, okay? The ones that you volunteered for. And this is, again, to train you and answer any questions you have, make sure everything's going great, all right? And, it's really important that if you have any questions or if there's something that you're not sure on, you need any clarification at all, please, please, please always reach out to me before you try to attempt to do it on your own or just try to do the way you think it should be. It's better to, to do something at least to get verification from me before than having to delete something completely that you worked so hard on and have to start all over, right? So please do that, okay? And this is at least once a week. It might be more, probably actually going to be more. So about, once or twice a week, okay? And I'm here anytime you need me, okay? So anyway, and by the way, if you have any questions, by the way, I want you to write them down right now. If you have any questions while we're going through this, and get ready to send them to me, okay, in an email, all right? Or I'll tell you where to send them actually. So the next thing on our logistics is how we're gonna have one-on-one consultations, okay? And this is a little different than, the one-on-one meetings that we have for your internship. This is actually for you. This is your benefit, okay? This is for working on your specific goals and helping you achieve your, your aspirations, okay? That was my, and I, made this offer for you. I want to make sure that you walk away with your biggest goal of what you want to get from these 4 months together, okay? So we're working on your project, your website, your business, whatever it is, okay? So this can be, this is going to be 1 to 3 times a week and might not even need it at all, okay? So it's your choice. These are going to be scheduled by you, okay? It's super important. So you're going to schedule that. And let me just give that to you right now. So how this works, you go to calendly.com /Omar Briones, okay? And you're gonna have this link again in the document, but that is where you would schedule a call with me, okay? All right, with that said, next is support, okay? So anytime you wanna contact me or anyone on our team, specifically for support of anything at all, just reach out to us at infopreneur.zpanel.com, okay? ZEE panel.com. All right, so if you go there, if you don't have an account already, create one. And if you do, and for some reason it doesn't let you in, definitely let me know, okay? Sometimes that happens, I'm not sure why. But you should be an admin of this site. You should be one of our. So I gave you that privilege, meaning you can actually support our clients, if we assign a ticket to you, okay? Now, with that said, again, use this link, infopreneur.zpanel.com, to reach out to me. And if you can't get in, just send me an email, okay? You have my email, all right? The other thing is scheduling, all right? With scheduling, I want you to create, this is for scheduling our calls, okay? Our calls together. I want you to create your own Calendly account, okay? So just go to calendly.com and create a new account. It's free, all right? It's awesome. And basically you can sync it with your Google Calendar or whatever else calendar you use. I think it also works with iCalendar and I think Yahoo, if they have one, I'm not sure. Anyway, Microsoft's, I'm pretty sure it works with all the big ones. So anyway, it syncs with your electronic calendar, and I want you to start using that to schedule appointments, all right? Because this is going to be for your benefit, for your own business. People are going to want to schedule calls with you, okay, to do, business deals and all that stuff. So it's definitely going to help you in the long run. But for us, we're going to use it for scheduling our calls, okay? All right. So that's how that will work. And now this is something that's huge for me, all right? Okay, the concept of teamwork, all right? Basically, that's how this business was built and how it's been run this whole time. And it's basically our whole business model, okay? So, let me give you a background. Like for the last, 9 or 10 years or so, I've been marketing on my own, just helping clients one-on-one and doing webinars, seminars, all that stuff. Basically, I've networked with a ton of awesome resources, and I just connect my clients with those resources, something in the middle. But it's never been really structured, in a systematic way that actually serves clients and guides them through the process. So I would just send them on their way, and that was it. I never heard back from them. That was it. But so the point of this company, we came up with this idea together, is to join our forces all together and serve our clients at the higher level. So all together, we're able to serve, millions of people instead of just, 1,000 people, which is what I was able to serve just on my own. So anyway, it's super important for everything. And for you as an intern, it's super important because basically, the concept is we are all in this together. I'm actually going to type that in here so you can see it in front of you. We are all in this together. That is what it all comes down to. So whenever there's something that is needs a helping hand, okay, and there's something that they're missing or they forgot something or whatever it is, if you see that and you're able to help them, please do so, okay? Just give some feedback, give some advice, whatever it is, point them in the right direction, okay? We're all in this to grow together, okay? We're not competing. There's no, we're all doing different things. So we're all helping each other succeed, okay? And you're gonna notice that in our community as well, in our online community, we're all helping each other together, okay? And that's also what I want you to represent as our representative of the company. Now that you're part of the team, I want you to remember that when you're out there representing us as a support member, a support admin, administrator, or as a member in our Facebook group, whatever it is, you always mention, you know, we've got your back, right? Because that is actually our motto. It's our tagline. We've got your back. So always, always, always make sure teamwork comes first, okay? So let me go to the next thing. This is another thing. This is optional, okay? It's optional, but really it's optional. It's super highly recommended, all right? Mastermind and consultation call participation. So we're gonna have consultations and masterminds, which is basically a brainstorming session, okay? And these are with our clients and our partners, okay? So I want you to have the opportunity to actually join in and sit in on these meetings with us. And, you know, there will be times when, you know, your opinion and your feedback, your suggestions, whatever you have, if there's something that, you know, you can share that would help in any way, you know, you're going to be a part of that. So it's obviously going to be beneficial for you to learn from this, okay, to see how it's done, but it's also going to be beneficial to you by actually getting to be a part of this, you know, network, you know, of these clients, you know, overachievers, partners of ours. And it's all about, you know, not just who you know, but also the relationship you have with that person. All right. So anyway, highly recommend joining in. All right. You can just sit down and listen the whole time. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. It's up to you. But anyway, it's going to be helpful for you. Okay. So the next thing is, and this is the final thing for the logistics, is recordings. This is kind of a disclosure. And I want to just let you know that everything we do, we record, okay? I record every single thing I do, whatever it is, okay? Because I always want to make a case study of it. If it's something I'm just testing out, I want to just record it in case it goes awesome or it goes crappy. Either way, it's going to be valuable to our clients and to our subscribers, right? So we're going to record everything, including our internship calls, okay? So with that said, you're going to be on the recordings, okay? And we're going to provide those recordings to our clients, to our subscribers and our partners, anyone, you know, even our team members, especially our team members, because we want to train them as well as we trained you, right? All right. So with that said, if there's anything that's like super private and you cannot disclose it, there's something that you absolutely need to keep off the record, you just let us know, and just let me know or whoever's recording, and I'll pause the recording, okay? And then you can say whatever you need to say off the record, and I'll continue the recording. Good. Now, with that said, that's it. So that's the logistics, okay? I'm going to now go into the basically business 101 stuff. So this is to kind of give you an overview of what business is. And I know, you know, you might be like, oh, okay, I already know what business is, but some people might not. And everyone has their own perspectives, right? So you just stay on this call and take notes. I promise there will be something that is, you know, it's going to trigger something. It's going to be an aha moment. I hope that's my intention for this. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of play around with this drawing tool here. And let's see. Okay, I'm going to use a blue. So basically, business 101, it's real simple, okay? People make it really complicated, but this is what it is, okay? So what business is basically, first thing you do is you create or purchase a product here, okay? And you purchase it for a set price, okay? And then what you do with that product is you sell it for a higher price here, okay? And that's it. That is business in a nutshell, all right? You buy a product or you create a product here for one price, and then you sell it for a higher price somewhere else, okay? And you're basically selling it to the person that is struggling with whatever problem that your product solves, okay? You're selling it to the person that has that problem, okay? And now your job as a marketer is to basically get to this arrow here is where you are, okay? This is, as a marketer, you need to be able to deliver that product to the customer, right? How do you do that? Well, so that is Business 101. Okay, you guys, you have basically just got an MBA by Infopreneur Agency. All right, so that is what business is all about. Obviously, there's some little logistical stuff, technicalities you can learn, all that stuff, but that's what you need to know, okay? Buy it, sell it for a higher price, and make a profit, okay? So what happens here in the middle is marketing. Anyway, Marketing 101. I'm going to write that on the top. Oops. Okay, so let me just get back to this drawing tool because it's fun. Okay. All right, so Marketing 101. All right, this is a little more elaborate. I'm going to assure you on that. So how do you get that product in front of the person who needs it? So first off, you have this person, okay? Let me just draw them out. This is your ideal client, the ideal customer. And in marketing terms, what this is called, this person, you're gonna hear this a lot, is your avatar, right? Avatar as in the movie, the awesome movie, right? So it's your customer avatar. If you go online, if you research this, you need to know every little thing about this person. You need to know their gender, ethnicity, their culture, the country they live in, actually the city they live in, their marital status, how many kids they have, where they went to school, how much money do they make, what their job is, all that stuff, right? Those are the demographics, okay? So demographics are things about them that are just from their life or their outside world, okay? But what's more important than that, in my opinion, is what's called the psychographics. And those are the things that are happening inside of them, in their mind, okay? Psychographics. These are, the thoughts that they're having, the emotions they're having, and stuff like that. So in my opinion, the most important thing that you need to know about them are, I'm going to just type them on here. The problems that they're having, the symptoms of those problems, and the emotions that they're going through. So those are the things that are actually the most essential things you need to know about your target avatar, okay? They are going through some kind of problem, right? And it's causing them some pain, some suffering, some discomfort of some sort, okay? And it's really putting a toll on them, and it's causing all these emotions on them in their life that are just literally causing so much suffering in their life, right? So actually map that out, right? We need to know what is the problem they're suffering from and how is it affecting them, okay? So there's a book, digital, ebook I'm gonna send to you. That this thing is really, 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 like, it's gold, extremely gold, right? And I'm gonna talk a little bit about it in a moment. But this thing it's called Emotional Trigger Words, and I want you to read it at your leisure. Really take some notes, have a highlighter, basically you can really dig deep into their emotions and them to, really take action on whatever you're selling. So anyway, I'm going to go into this in a little more. So let me just put that on hold. But again, this is marketing 101. So we need to figure out who this person is in the beginning. And once we're able to figure out who they are, then we need to figure out where they are, okay? So I'm just gonna draw a map here. So basically you need to discover like where they are. I don't even know if this is making sense, but this is a house, okay? So they're somewhere online or they're offline, right? So if we're doing online marketing, which this internship is all about, we're focusing on them online. So where are they on the internet, okay? What websites, that's basically what it comes down to. What website are they on, right? And what are they doing on that website is another thing. So let me clear this out. So there are a ton of websites. We all agree on that, right? Literally billions of websites. In case you didn't know, there are more websites than there are people in the world, okay? So let's say, most popular ones like Facebook, right? We have Facebook, we have Twitter, and let me just see, and I don't know if that's gonna work. Anyway, so we have, Facebook, Twitter, these are like social networks, right? And then there's Google, which is a huge, it has a G for a reason, right? It's up in the sky and watches over us everywhere. It knows everything, right? So Google, people are on Google for one reason, right? Think about it. What are you on Google for? Just think about that for a moment, okay? You go to Google, what is on your mind? Thought about it? You are there to search for things, right? It's simple. You're just there to search for information. You have a question, you want it answered, so you go to Google, right? Now that's the mindset right there. And if you're on Facebook, you're on there to kill time, to kill your boredom, to distract yourself from, find out what your friends are doing, or to message your friends that are on Facebook, whatever else, okay? So, and then Twitter, kind of a similar mindset, social media in general, you're there to kill time and to entertain yourself, right? So if we stop our customer avatar in their tracks right when they need the problem that we have the solution for, if we're gonna market to them on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube or whatever else, we need to tailor the message to basically get them in that mindset of entertainment mode. Okay? So we're gonna create, entertaining images, videos, messages, whatever else, or something that's just like wow, like has that wow factor, like awesomeness, right? So it's either entertaining, and the other thing that works really well, to be honest, is like anything that is sexy, okay? And entertaining, fun, cute, all right? So like baby pics, what else? Kittens and puppies, whatever else is cute. Those things work really well on social media for some reason, right? It's just something that is, considered what's called eye candy, things that just pop out, right? All right, that's social media for you. And then Google, what we're going to use on Google and also YouTube in a way, because YouTube is kind of a part of Google. It's a search engine, right? On Google or search engines, we would use things that are informative, okay, that automatically answer their question, right? So if someone types in a question, how to solve this problem, or how to get rid of this problem, whatever, or they want to learn something, how to fix my radiator, whatever, right? Then we create the content specifically on that, okay? And the way that works is using key phrases that are in the content on the title and description, etc., so that they actually find it. Okay, so obviously, again, these are just 3 out of the billions of sites out there in the world. So there are many, many different ways of capturing our target audience right in their tracks and capturing their attention, and then getting them through to the product that we are selling to them. Okay. All right. So that's super important, is the psychology. What I'm trying to show you is the psychology of what's going on in their mind while they are on these sites. Okay. So it might sound obvious, but believe it or not, this is not taught in most internet marketing courses. It's super, super important. Okay. Okay, so let me just read my notes here. So next, after we capture their attention, stop them in their tracks wherever they are, then we make them an offer that they can't refuse, also known as the irresistible offer. Okay, there's actually a book called The Irresistible Offer, which is pretty good. I can send that to you as well. It's an ebook, right? And there is a physical version. It's just it's a little longer than the emotional trigger words. So anyway. All right, so make an offer that they can't refuse. And basically, you're gonna use the emotions that they're going through, and different emotions you'll see in this ebook. If you read at least the first chapter, emotional trigger words, you'll see what I mean. There are different ways of getting them to move towards your offer. All right, we're gonna trigger their negative. Let me just clear this out. We're going to trigger their negative emotions. All right. And then their positive emotions to go towards us. So our product is here. Okay. And let me just draw something. Hopefully this makes sense. It's supposed to be a gift. Okay. So our product is right here. And these are all the negative things, the feelings that they have, and the frustrations, fears, guilt, whatever else. There's all these negative feelings, okay, associated with this problem that they have. All right. So we're gonna decide which one we want to choose to focus on, which emotion. Emotion is the opposite of that. So we get them with a certain angle, depending on who they are, depending on where they are, and depending on what we choose to test out, all right, with our ads. We just choose an emotion, a negative one, and we kind of push the person. Here he is right here. Let's just say we're doing an ad, okay? So this is an ad, okay? So the ad is actually pushing them backwards, okay? And they're like, kind of bummed out or whatever else the emotion is. They're feeling like, excuse my French, they're feeling like shit, right? We're reminding them of these horrible issues that they have, and the symptoms of the problem, and how crappy it is for their life. Right? And we're just kind of pushing these triggers, we're pushing them backwards. And then it doesn't have to be that way, you see. We have this awesome solution here. And if you follow this plan, the solution, you will have all of these awesome emotions. The opposite of whatever we were triggering. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So the ad is we're getting them in, all right, and they're on our web page, whatever else we're doing, and then on that page, the way the influence works is we are, putting them a little back, pushing them back, and then pulling them to the awesome solution that we have. So this might seem kind of, what is the word? Theory, okay? Might like kind of airy-fairy or theoretic, but honestly, it's broken down into specific science, and you can learn about this in that book that I'm going to give you that you have to, I really want you to read no matter what. If you read that book during these 4 months, it's only like 60 pages. You're going to be you're already going to be like, way ahead of the game, okay? Most people do not know this, all right? So anyway, we're going to get into this a little more, obviously, over the time period. So just know that this is basically what we're doing, okay? Right? Now, let's see here. That is it. That is basically the marketing 101, okay? So that's it. And here we make money, okay? Actually, yeah, let me draw it out. All right, so now I'm going to cover some really super fundamental terminology. Actually, I'm going to write that here. Terminology that you need to understand, okay, in our industry. Now, all of you right now, you are officially on our team and you are officially marketers, okay? Whether you are brand new or already super experienced. I know some of you might be, already experienced, doing awesome stuff already, but some of you might be brand new. Whatever the case, I need you to consider yourself a marketer right now, okay? It all comes down to your mindset. So there's one thing, actually, let me just erase this because this is super important, okay, you guys? Pay attention to this, put your notebooks down, okay? So you are a marketer, and there's the sides of the coin. I'm going to show you right now. So again, taking out my handy drawing tool. This is absolutely important for you to know. When you're starting out as a brand new marketer, whatever you're doing, okay, you're going to notice if you start subscribing to newsletters or signing up for webinars or going onto different forums to learn all this information. You might have already done that, but you're going to start to notice that everyone's obviously, selling stuff to you, okay? So let me just draw something out real quick. You don't need to know what it is yet. I don't even know if I'm able to draw it. Let's see. Okay. So, by the way, I have a bamboo pen, but it's not working, so I'm using my mouse. So hopefully you can understand what this is, but this is supposed to be a cash register, okay? So a cash register represents basically, selling stuff, right? So this is where the cash comes out. And the person over here, these are the people spending money, okay? They're, putting money in the cash register. And then here are, the people collecting the money, okay? And what's super, super important, this is a huge shift I need you to understand, okay? You might have been already, in this position right here, okay? As you're learning, it's all good, okay? But as a marketer, you need to switch your position from being being in front of the cash register to being behind the cash register, because this is where the money is made, okay? As the marketer, you are this person, okay? You are no longer the customer, okay? You are selling to the customer, all right? Sound good? So make sure you understand that, you guys. It's super, super important. So if you ever feel like I'm talking about online stuff, okay? That means online training, online marketing training, courses, software. Just stop yourself, okay? Do not buy into the temptation all right? And actually reach out to me, all right, to actually ask if this is worth it. Because I guarantee that there's a very, very high probability that we already have it. Number one, we know the product owner, all right, and we can literally either that or we actually own it ourselves, okay? So one of the product owners actually might be one of our partners, and we actually sell that product ourselves, and we can give it to you for an extremely lower price or even give it to you for free, right? So you're going to learn about that in a moment. Actually, that's part of the things I'm going to talk about on this call. So over the next, let's say, 15, 20 minutes or so, I'm going to go over these terminologies, these terms that you need to know now as an entrepreneur, as a marketer, okay? So being this person here, right here, you actually, you're in a different position. So there's some terms you should know, be a part of this club, all right? So now let me just show you, all right, let's get right into it. Let's just go ahead and dive right in. Here they are. So here are some, okay? So let me see, 1, 2, 6, 7. Okay, so like this is one of 7 type of terms, okay? I divided it into 7 groups. One of them is this one here, general marketing terms, okay? Here we go. So copywriting or copy, all right? Copywriting. Copy is, writing copy, copywriting. Not to be confused with, the legal term copyright. Basically, you're writing words that influence someone that's either to join a list, to subscribe to something, subscribe to your newsletter or your Facebook or YouTube channel, or to buy your product, whatever it is, all right? Now, influence, that's another word. I want you to get this in your head. Influence is not okay, think about that. You might have an association with influence being like hypnotism, or actually hypnotism itself is not a bad thing either. But let's say coercion, the word coercion, it's not really the same thing as persuasion or influence, okay? So persuasion and influence, those are good things. Those are things that you want to learn and you want to know about as a marketer and even as a customer yourself. If you're buying something, whatever else, you're investing, anything at all, you want to know about influence so you can know these things, these elements, these things about yourself that are feeling moved to buy something, and why do you feel that way, right? So when you start understanding the psychology behind human behavior and why we do things, then you can be a way better marketer than most people. And that's actually the essence of marketing, because we're dealing with people, right? So anyway, influence is super important. Actually, there's a book called Influence by Dr. Robert Cialdini. I highly recommend you read that book, right? Influence, check it out on Amazon, whatever. All right, next, conversions, all right? Conversions or conversion rate, all right? It's another thing. Basically, it just means converting someone into something else, all right? So converting a stranger into a fan, or a stranger into a lead, all right? Or a subscriber. That is lead conversion. And then sales conversion would appeal to, meaning after they are a lead, how do you turn that lead into a sale, okay? So conversion, that's what that is. And now optimization, that is basically when you create something that is set up to make the best conversions possible, okay? So optimize, like let's say you're optimizing a funnel, what that means, sorry, let me make it simpler. You're optimizing a website, okay? That means you're optimizing the website to convert more traffic into sales, right? Usually that's what you're doing. So anyway, most of the time it's used for optimizing something to create more profit, right? You make little tweaks here and there to do something, change the headline, change the color, whatever it is, and somehow it makes a better conversion. Then now it's optimizing it. You're better, right? So anyway, moving on. Hopefully that was clear enough. All right, next is friction, okay? The term friction on websites or sales in general, actually. Let's just keep it on a website. Is anything that is preventing the potential customer or the prospect, preventing them from taking action, all right? And this is psychological. It's actually in their head, or it's actually something that is on the website or on the element that is triggering that psychological response. So let me give you an example. Basically just making it hard for them to take action, making them jump through extra hoops, right? So making them have to click on 3 different buttons in order to buy your product. If you want them to buy your product, just make it one button right there on the spot. Make it simple. Making them fill out their name, address, phone number, email. So all of that information for the customer, what's going on in their mind, they're probably thinking, like, should I really give this person my address? Should I really trust them with my phone number? What if I get, called by telemarketers and, abused, whatever, So all these things are going on in their head, and that is friction, okay? All right, so anyway, we want to make the friction as low as possible, but not eliminate it completely, because if we eliminate it completely, then we risk having unqualified leads. So as another example, when you were going through the application process for this program, I put up a bunch of barriers, right? I put up a lot of friction. First, you had to apply on, the site that you applied for, and then you go through this, you have to watch this 5-minute video, okay? And then it gave you some more information, and then it pre-qualified you, and you had to fill in the survey to give me more information. While you were doing that, you actually put in your phone number too. So only people who I know they would trust me with their phone number applied, right? And then from there, we scheduled a call, and on that call, it was like 35, 40 minutes. And from there, I actually had you apply again with a different form. And, another hoop, you had to schedule a call with me, right? So these all these things were in place so that I can super laser target the best qualifying people, right? So anyway, that's an example of good friction that was there on purpose. But if I wanted you to buy something, I would have just put the button right there and no friction at all, okay? So just a button, you clicked on the button, just put in your name and email and connect it to PayPal, and that's it, I don't need your phone number, all that stuff, right? All right, so hopefully that was good. Now, sales funnel, that is, it'll make it easier if I just draw this. It's a very common term, okay? So this is a funnel, okay? Everyone knows a funnel. You pour water in it, right? And I'm obviously not drawing stuff right, but that's supposed to be some kind of liquid, and it's going in, and it goes into this funnel, and it comes out, at the end. Basically, how this works in marketing terms is you are getting a complete stranger or someone into your so-called funnel and introducing them to your products. And here something for free, okay? No money at all, something easy to get in, right? But then just like the process that I got you through to get into the internship, you basically had to go through all these different little hoops, right? And then you had to schedule a call with me. And after the call, if I found out you're actually qualified and actually want to work with you, now I have got you to the very end and you are my customer, right? So in marketing terms, this can be whatever. This can be an ad and then, or a video, let's say, going to an ad, and then the ad going to a page, and on that page they opt in, they subscribe with their name and email, and then you start sending them emails, and on the email number 7, let's say, they finally buy from you, okay? And then they go into another funnel, okay? Never ends, you guys. You're going to create millions and millions of funnels. That's a little exaggerated, but you're going to create dozens of funnels in your business, okay? And actually, yeah, so let's keep it simple. That's the funnel, okay? So next thing is the hook or the angle, right? This is choosing how you're going to capture the and get them into your funnel, right? So like I said, on Facebook, they're there to kill boredom or get you're going to entertain them somehow. You're going to capture them right away, bam. And you're going to come up with this little hook or this angle to bring them in, right? So you're basically just like, you know, literally hooking them in. And anyway, that's more of the creative side when we start coming up with ideas for copy and, you know, angles and ads, you know? All right, then elevator pitch. Before, just in case you haven't, basically it's summarizing what you do or any kind of pitch at all, anything. Does that have to do? Whatever you want to say, it's coming up with it in a very, very short phrase, okay? So basically, like, let's say 10 seconds, okay? So make it 10 seconds to 60 seconds would be the very most, right? To just get them in, and once they're in, that's like a hook. They're in, right? They want to see, they want to hear the rest of the speech, whatever it is. Think about 60 minutes, okay? The show 60 minutes. It's happening, you know, I think every week, once a week. If they are the best at this, even the news also, any kind of news actually, they think about it, you know, you want to know what is happening on, you know, with this story. No matter how boring it is, they make it interesting. Like, they make you very curious about it, right? So, you know, just notice that, how the news does it, how 60 Minutes, you know, in my opinion, they are, you know, one of the best at this. Tabloids or just magazines in general, the covers of their magazines, that's what sells the magazine, right? So just think about it. It's like link bait is another way of saying it too. But it's a hook, it's an angle, and in verbal terms, it's an elevator pitch, right? So next thing is lead scraper. That's just a tool that is basically used to gather information and data from websites, right? It's a software. So you can run this software, and we have these to scrape any website and gather any information you want automatically for you instead of having to do it manually, okay? Just wanted to put that in there because, you know, maybe some of you don't know what that is, right? And we're going to be using those a lot. So let me now go into the other terms. All right, these are info product development and delivery, okay? I'm just gonna go over these kind of quickly, all right? So PLR stands for private label rights, and MRR is, remember when I said that you can create or purchase a product one place and then sell it somewhere else. That's Business 101. With PLR or MRR, Master Resale Rights, what that is basically having the rights to use someone else's product that you do not create. You just purchase the rights, or you acquire the rights somehow, and then you can sell them as your own. All right. Some of them have different terms, but most of them you actually can call it whatever you want, your own product. You can change the graphics. You can put whatever you want. You can modify it however you want, and then distribute it however you want. Sell it for however much you want. So that is master resale rights or private label rights. And we have access to some really great resources for that, okay? So next thing is an ebook. Ebook is basically a PDF, electronic book, right? It also can be a Kindle book. Membership site is a site that is secure, so they need a login to access the content, right? They get their own username and password. They can go in and access the material. And then a live webinar is a webinar that is live, right? It's basically a online conference, right? A web, and it's live. And an automated webinar is something that's recorded already. It's a presentation that looks live, and the viewer will not even be able to tell the difference, okay? So they feel like they're on a live webinar, but it's actually already recorded. The viewer is just typing in questions in the chat box, and those messages are actually going to the person who created it. They're going to their email or to another chat software, and they're just responding to the chat while the webinar is going live, okay? So that's an automated webinar. And then a WordPress website, that's basically, it's a very common platform for creating websites. All right, most of our clients use WordPress. We even use WordPress. It's usually used for blogs. Just, you know, you can Google it, see what that is. It's just a really common thing, all right? And then Mastermind, this is what I mentioned earlier, what we do with our clients. It's basically a brainstorming session, all right? We get on a Zoom call, or it's also in person, and we have different ways of running it, but it's also called a think, that term. It's basically we're collaborating. We're bringing our minds together to form a mastermind. And I recommend checking out Napoleon Hill if you're not familiar with him. Napoleon Hill is the one who termed this, this phrase. But he has some really great books: Think and Grow Rich, Success, the Secrets of Success. I can't remember if that's what it's called, whatever. Anyway, so that's the mastermind, right? Infographic, that is a way to illustrate some kind of thought or idea into a graphic. Just like what I did with my drawing, you know? So, you know, this is technically, let's say, this is, it says a person, and I would put some, you know, text here, but let's say the infographic says, your ideal client doesn't know if he wants your product. Okay, so technically I can say this is an infographic if I have some text explaining what I just said. Your customer doesn't know that your product is right for him, right? So obviously it would be an actual graphic. It wouldn't look, you know, hand drawn. Right, so oops, let me just give that back here. Okay, anyway, so again, that's an infographic. Now, mind map is something that is basically it's a software that lets you create, I can't remember what the term is. The thought lost me. I lost my thought, whatever it is. So basically you make a, like a parent word here, and then there are little subcategories here. What is the term? I can't remember. But anyway, that's a mind map, all right? So there's actual software that does this, and one of them is FreeMind, okay? FreeMind is very popular, and I highly recommend it. You might want to check it out, right? So I've created courses using this software, okay? All right, so anyway, it's good to use. That's mind map. We're almost through this. Getting these terms out of the way. Now, software, it's pretty straightforward. So what you know what software are. All right, so software with a bot, it's a very common term, especially nowadays. You're gonna hear this, I don't know what it came from, but one of our tools, it's called FB Private Messenger Pro. There is this thing called a chat bot, and people constantly call it bot, like they think this is the only bot that exists, but it's not. All right, so you might hear that, right? If someone says bot online, they might be talking about Facebook chat bot, all right? But don't get mistaken. Basically, a bot is thing that does what what a person does for you automatically. All right, so it automates tasks. All right, something you might want to check out. Ubot Studio. If you check out ubotstudio.com, you might get an idea of all these different things that a bot can do, okay? We have this software, by the way. It lets you create your own bots. Anyway, so the next thing is a web app. A web app, it could be a bot, but it's particularly most likely accessible using a login information, like a user has their own name and email to username and password to access the software, okay? And the cool thing about web apps is that you can access it anywhere you can get online. So it can be on your phone or on the internet, on your computer. It doesn't have to be just on your computer, all right? Another thing is a WordPress plugin, all right? So remember I mentioned WordPress being one of the most popular website platforms? There are these things called plugins that you can program to do anything a web app can do, all right? There are some like flaws with it, a lot of flaws actually, but they're popular, all right? And we have a ton of them. I have a ton of them. I used to literally collect them. Like I have so many that they're literally very, very, very powerful and very, popular in the marketing world. So you might hear it a lot, WordPress plugin. It's basically a software that is run on someone's WordPress site, but it has flaws, okay? Web apps are good, WordPress plugins, not always good, okay? One of the reasons I'm gonna tell you right now, one of the flaws is that it is not guaranteed to work all the time, and it uses your server, your hosting. We'll talk about that in a moment, what that is. But there's so many things that can go wrong with it, okay? So that's all you need to know. All right, but still, WordPress plugins they're great, okay? If you know what you're doing, all right? So now these are some terms about web presence, okay? Particularly authority web presence. So do you understand the difference? So a website is basically, in our terms, it's a website is something online that you own that has more than one page, okay? So usually home, about, contact, the typical pages, right? Terms of service, etc. And then a WordPress blog it can have pages, but it's particularly about you journaling your experience with whatever, okay? So we have a blog, for example, Infopreneur agency blog. It is about our company updates. It's sharing reviews on products, sharing funny videos, whatever. It's whatever the heck you want. You put it on there. It's your web log or journal, okay? And WordPress is just one of the most popular, platforms for that, obviously. And then WordPress themes, those are templates that you can just install and basically set on your WordPress to already have pre-made designed websites. All right. So anyway, in order to have a website, you need a domain name, which is .com, .net, .io, whatever you want. All right. Just don't get .info. All right. So many reasons. Just don't do it. Just there's .pro, .co, whatever. There's so many different ones now. Literally over 500, probably 1,000 by this time. Anyway, you need a domain name, and then hosting. So hosting is a server that stores all the files that your website has. And when people go to your website, they are basically downloading all those files onto their browser so they can see what is the end result. That is what a website is, right? So anyway, hosting, you need hosting and a domain name. Domain names usually cost about 10 to 20 bucks a year. Hosting usually costs about anywhere from 60 to 200 bucks a year, okay? And we have our own dedicated server, so if you're going to get your own hosting, we're going to hook you up, all right? So you won't need to pay for any of that, right? All right, now, ready for more terms? Almost done with this, I promise. Sales funnels. All right, just to break it down, what a sales funnel usually has is a landing page, all right? Landing page is somewhere that the visitor lands on, all right? Obviously, that's what it implies. That's all it means, all right? It can be in a form of a home page, about page, whatever, it doesn't matter, capture page, which is the next thing, all right? So a capture page, also known as an opt-in page, is where someone goes to become a subscriber. This is where you capture their information. They become a lead, all right? So they opt in, all right? That is a capture page. And once they're in, they are added to what's called your autoresponder. It might help if I draw it out, all right? So here is the capture page, okay? They put their name, and then they click on the button to subscribe, okay? Then they go to another page, but once they are in the email, once they opt in, they start getting emails, okay? This is your autoresponder, okay? Email 1, email 2, email 3, etc. Okay? So that is what happens when they opt in. They go to your autoresponder, and in the autoresponder, what it does is it sends out emails automatically, okay? So each day, or based on a specific automation that you set up in your settings, you send out the emails automatically, okay? So day 1, they get this one, let's say, and day 2, they get that one, day 3, they get that one, all right? And let's say they buy something, they finally buy the product. Sorry, let's try some money. Then they go into another autoresponder, and that one is going to say, thanks for your purchase, here is your download, etc., right? And then send them more products, like tips, resources, whatever else, etc. So that is, what the autoresponder does. Now, going back here, so once they opt in, they go to a sales page. This is where they can buy the product, okay? It talks about, let's just make a video here. So this is a video usually, and they have a button here where they can place their order, okay? And once they click on this button, they are sent to the order page, okay? And the order page is, all it is where they enter their credit card information or their PayPal information, and that's it, okay? But it's super, super important. I actually wrote this down, most important, because this here, the order page, is where the most friction happens, okay? This is where they're second guessing and they're thinking, is this really worth it? They're taking out their wallet, but they're thinking, you know, I have this bill coming up, or is my wife going to approve of this? Or should I actually pay for this, right? And so that's why the order page is most important with conversion, okay? Because this is where the money, transfer actually occurs. Here they clicked on this, like, all right, fine, let me get it, and then they're on the order page, and now they're just filling the information, or at the same time, they're probably thinking, like, am I really gonna get this? Is it really worth it? So that's why on this page, we are optimizing this one probably the most. We're gonna have really cool header. We're gonna have bullet points here explaining what they're getting, and have testimonials of people who are loving the product, right? Might even have a video, whatever else, okay? And we're making it as frictionless as possible, right? So taking out the friction, right? Taking out the anxiety, right? So that is the funnel. And once they actually get to the product, once they buy it, then they get to the the download page, okay? So they are downloading the product right here, okay? And they're happy. So that is the funnel, okay? And by the way, I wrote down CRM. That's another word for contact reputation management. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember actually. But CRM is another way of saying, how you keep in touch with your customers, okay? Your client reputation, I think, or relationship, I think is what it stands for. All right, so that's that. That is the sales funnel. And now, about to wrap it up here. So these are online marketing mediums, okay? So now you have your product, your website, your funnel. How do you get, these are different terms you need to know, okay? So SEO stands for search engine optimization, all right? Excuse me, search engine optimization. What that means is you're optimizing your website or your page or your video or your content to land on the top or the highest position in the search engines as possible. So, and even if possible, the whole entire front page, all right? You can have the whole entire front page be all your content. You can have your video on the front page of Google, your video, your blog posts, your website, your Facebook page, your LinkedIn profile, whatever else, all of them on the front. Ideally, that's what you want, right? You're aiming for specific key phrases, and ideally, you want to aim for. I'm gonna write this down. You want to aim for buyer keywords, okay? Those are also called. These are your money keywords, okay? So when they're ready to buy, they're gonna type in stuff like buy and then fill in the blank. They're gonna type in best deal on and then fill in the blank. So, where to buy a blue snowball ice microphone. That's the mic I'm using, by the way. Where to buy Asus laptop, whatever. And the more specific they are with the model number and all that, those are the ones that they are super ready. They know exactly what they're buying. And if they put in the word buy, they're going to look for, they're actually ready to buy. Typing in like how to do something or product review, like snowball ice mic review, for example, they're just doing research. They're not actually going to buy right now, right? They might buy, but they're actually doing research. Anyway, so there are buyer keywords and they are research keywords. Buyer keywords are the ones where the money is, okay? So anyway, with that said, I'm going to erase that. So now, SEM stands for search engine marketing, all right? That is actually paying for the ads, all right? So if you go to Google or anywhere, actually Bing, whatever search engine you use, even YouTube, phrase, you will see that on the top results, they will say sponsored ads front on the top results. That's search engine marketing, okay? They're paying for it. Search engine optimization is organic. It's completely free. You're just investing the time, doing certain tasks, certain things to get on the front. Now let's see, PPC stands for pay per click, okay? You are paying per click, paying each time somebody clicks on your ad, okay? Those can be those can be any kind of thing. Facebook, they can be on YouTube, it can be like videos, it can be text, links, banner ads. Anyway, we'll get into those. So point is, a pay-per-click is just a way of paying for the ad, okay? And then CPV stands for cost per view, all right? Basically, CPV and PPV, they're the same thing, cost per view or pay per view. You're basically paying, it's a little kind of underground method. Basically, here's the overview so you understand. Hopefully this will make sense. So let's say, I'm going to draw this out, it might make more sense. So you are going to a site. All right, so let's just keep it simple actually. CPV is a pop-up. Okay, so it's a pop-up that shows your website. So let's say someone's going to your site, all right? Sorry, they're not going to your site. They're going to a website, right? And then a pop-up shows up before they even get to the website. There's a pop-up. And this is your ad. This is your website, okay? So you're paying to be here, okay? And because it's a pop-up, it's really, really, really cheap, okay? Compared to pay-per-click, okay? That's CPV, right? Gonna keep it simple. Now, I'm gonna show you PPR. It stands for pay per redirect, right? So this is another advanced trick, and this is even more underground than CPV, okay? A lot of people know about PPV, CPV, but honestly, very, 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 very few people know about PPR. What PPR does is, pay per redirect. When you go to a certain site, this is going to get a little more complex, a little more tricky, but let's see if I can just explain it on drawing. Let's say they're on Google and they're searching for a certain keyword, whatever it is. I'm not going to make anything up. So they go to a link that's on Google. They click on a result. Okay. Then it goes to a website that is on the front page of Google. Okay. And on this website, it's not actually a website, but it's going to show your website. All right. It's redirecting them to your website, but on the browser, they think that they are on this. That makes sense. So it's kind of like a pop-up, but it's not a pop-up because it's actually the whole entire website. They think that they're on this link that they clicked on, but actually this is you, okay? That's you right there. All right, and again, because it's redirect, it's not, pay-per-click, it's also very, very cheap. It's even more cheaper because people don't know about it and there's less competition, right? So anyway, just want to show that to you, pay-per redirect. Now you know something that most people do not know about. Now we're going to get through the real basics. These are very popular here. Okay, banner ads. Those are, graphic ads, all right? You see on the side of websites, usually on the side or on the top, okay? And they're graphics, okay? And then you can pay, you can have them on other people's websites, you basically pay a monthly fee or you pay per click, okay? Or you pay per impressions, amount of impressions, okay? You basically negotiate that with them, okay? So the next thing is press release. And a press release is getting your, like a news release, getting your message out into the press. And these are like, there are, thousands and thousands of websites that have, that are news sites that you get your article to, and they will publish it for you, all right? So anyway, you want to get to, you really want to get to the bigger ones, like honestly, you want to get yourself into CNN and, no matter what website you can think of, if it's related to your niche, if it's business, you would want to go to Fortune website, etc. You want to get onto the news, okay? So that's press release. And then Facebook ads, I'm sure you've seen them, ads that are on the side or somewhere in the actual news feed, it says sponsored, or if there's like a like button here, that's someone paying for that, okay? And you pay per click or you pay for impressions, just like banner ads, all right? And then YouTube ads, it's just the same thing, basically another way of, you can pay for per click or pay if they stay on your video for a certain amount of time, all right? And anyway, by the way, all these, I'm just kind of going over what they are. Again, you're going to learn about all of these, or you're going to master one of these at least, all right? So as I'm saying these, I want you to also think about what appeals to you the most, what interests you the most, to make a good choice for yourself, right? What you want to help out in for our clients and also for yourself. All right, YouTube ads, like I said, same thing. And solo ads, those are email ads. So you would pay someone a set fee for them to send out an email to their subscribers. And when they send out an email to their subscribers, they give you a certain amount of clicks, all right? And you pay for the clicks. That's a solo ad, all right? Basically a newsletter ad if you want to make it simple for yourself, okay? JV swaps stands for joint venture swaps. What that is there you have a joint venture partner. So there's someone here, okay? And he has the same target audience that you, and this is you. And you each have, the same target audience, like I said, okay? This is audience. But you have different lists, okay? So you have, he has list 1 and you have list 2, for example. Basically what happens is you will email their email, their offer, okay? Let's just, say their offer, and you have your offer here. You email their offer to your list in exchange for them to email your offer to their list. All All right. And then together, basically you're swapping and you get each other's people, subscribers onto each other's list. All right. So it's a great win-win situation. It's awesome. All right. So people are going to tell you this, by the way, the money is in the list. All right. You can hear that a million times. You probably already heard it if you've been researching this industry. The money is in the list. All right. You want hundreds of thousands of people on your list. Honestly, that's not true. The truth is, it's half true. The money is in the list, but it's not in the list itself. It's in the relationship you have with your list, okay? So people think, you know, keep doing these JV swaps, keep buying solo ads, keep spending money on pay-per-click advertising and all these things to build your list, all right? But honestly, you don't want to do that. You want to focus on having a really great relationship with the people on your list, and you know, they'll want to buy stuff from you because you have an awesome relationship with them. You know, that's basically what it comes down to. So anyway, just want to keep that in mind. When you're doing these JV swaps, you know, later on when you're doing your marketing, think more of not the quantity, but the quality, okay, of the leads, the people that are on there. All right, and then finally, media buys. That is kind of like a banner ad. It's just getting yourself in the media. So like Huffington Post, there are websites that actually you can pay and they will get you in the media. So just keep it simple for yourself. All right, that is that. And now the final thing, these are just some terms about our industry. So actually, let's keep it. That is our brand color, by the way. So our industry, these are terms you need to know. So Infopreneur, that is entrepreneur that focuses on info products, right? Sells information, training, seminars, books, has the podcast, they're a consultant, whatever. If they have knowledge, they have information that they want to sell, make money with, build a business with, they are an infopreneur, whether they know it or not. All right. Our company, Infopreneur Agency, we are the agency for infopreneurs, right? So that is our target audience, right? Authors, speakers, coaches, etc. All right. Mastermind, that is what we talked about. You actually mentioned that already, so we need to talk about it again. It's a brainstorming session, you know, a think tank. All right, now these are some other sites. So Warrior Forum. This is a really very popular forum. It used to be way more cooler. I'll admit right now it's not all that, but it's huge still. People use it all the time. This is a way to learn a lot, to network with people that are in the industry, and to it's a forum, online forum, to just start getting your name out there. Okay, so join the forum, go to Warrior Forum, it's free, and you'll basically start to just go in, maybe spend 30 minutes a day if you want, or 10 minutes a day, doesn't matter, and start going around and start reading, start posting, start asking questions, you know, participate and start adding friends, right? Just throwing that out there, okay? Just start doing that. Whatever you do, do not buy anything. Like I said before, you're not a customer anymore. You are a marketer, okay? And you might invest in things, but come to me first, all right? That's all I ask, all right? Just come to me because, again, most likely we already have those products in our arsenal. Then, yeah, again, just, you know, network, okay? Right. Next thing is ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels and lead pages. Those two things are very popular page builders, all right, for creating funnels. I'm going to tell you right now, do not waste your money. Do not waste your time. Don't even bother, okay, getting into it. Okay, I'll take that back. If you want, get a trial, okay? Go through the free trial, but you're going to have to pay with use your credit card. just make sure you cancel before it charges you, okay? Full warning, do not pay for it, okay? We have something way better. It's literally 1,000 times better. These tools are popular. They are more like the lazy, not even lazy, like people who just don't want to think for themselves, I guess you want to say it, because they're templates, okay? Check it out. Anyway, I'm not going to judge, right? We have something called Drag and Drop Pro. It's way better, and it gives you way more customization, okay, abilities. So anyway, next, Fiverr. And yeah, so let's say Fiverr is a place, fiverr.com with 2 R's. That's a place, it's a marketplace to buy and sell services for $5 or more. It used to be only $5. It was the best. It was awesome. I loved it. But now it's even more, which is actually a good thing for you as a marketer. So we are selling stuff on there, selling products and services. Actually, we haven't even done that actually yet. We haven't set up our own marketplace there yet. That's one of the things we are going to be doing together. So anyway, we will sell stuff. And anyway, it's a great place to also find service providers, okay? So my biggest tip for you right here with Fiverr, if there's something you can offer that will take you like 1 minute or less to do, then you can make $5 with this service, sell it on Fiverr. But I would not recommend, I would strongly recommend that you do not, I repeat, do not sell a service on Fiverr if it takes you more than a minute, okay? If it takes you more than a minute, do not sell it as a service. Instead, sell products on Fiverr, okay? And that's what we're going to be doing. You're going to be helping us with this. All right, so sell products, info products, training products, etc. Now, Flippa is a website. It's a marketplace where you can buy and sell websites and just web properties, okay? It's awesome. You can sell all kinds of stuff on there, like your list, your like a website. If you create a website in like an hour and just flip it right away on Flippa, you can make however much you name your price, right? You can sell just the domain name alone. So there's so many things you can do on Flippa. The only problem is you actually have to pay to post your listing, right? Fiverr, you do not pay. You only pay on Flippa if you want to list something there. Anyway, but just so like for example, one of my partners, Flo, he sold his website, his first website, for $40,000, and that was a website that he spent maybe, I think about like 3 or 4 or 5,000 for. He sold it for $40,000 because it had so much content on there, right? And then he used that money to actually create a whole new business, and now this business is making, I think it makes like $250,000 a month, $250,000 or so. But it wouldn't have happened without him selling this website, right? So anyway, just saying, Flippa is another great resource. Next is JV Zoo, and this is a marketplace to buy and sell digital products and to get what's called an affiliate. And I should write that down as a good term to know. Affiliate is basically, I'm going to write that down. So JV affiliate, an affiliate is someone who sells your product and makes a commission, all right? Or you can sell someone else's product and make a commission as, for selling it, right? That's what an affiliate is, and that's what JVZ allows you to do. All right, so those are the terms, and that was everything. So we covered a lot on this video. I know, I totally know, right? This might all be new to you, or you might have heard a lot of this before, but I appreciate you going through this whole entire video. Now, what I want you to do is look over your notes. If you need to watch the recording again, do so at a later time. Take a break, okay? And just, let it soak in, okay? You basically got a whole huge education just now. This was the big, I just threw you into the deep end, okay? So I wanted you to catch up and become who you are right now. After you have this information now you are a totally different person because you are now a marketer and an entrepreneur. So you understand what it takes to build a business, all it is buying or creating a product in one place and then selling it to the person that needs that product for a higher price, all right, for a profit. And you understand marketing, that it's about getting in touch with that customer avatar and triggering the emotions that are in their they're going through to help them see that your solution is the best one out there, right? And then I covered all these different methods and different ways that you can do that, and also explain what they mean. So you are ahead of the game, you guys, and I'm very grateful that now you've watched this. You are up on top of these things. So that said, now reach out to me on the support channel that you have here. Okay, I'm gonna write the link in here again, so you guys have it. So contact me at infopreneur.zpanel.com and let's schedule our first call, okay? So again, to schedule the first call, this is where we're going to find out. Go to calendly.com/Omar Briones, where we will officially decide what task you're going to be doing. I wanted you to watch this video so you understand more about the industry and the terminology, the different possibilities that there are for you, okay? So now that all this is in you, I want you, when we schedule our call, on this call, we're going to officially decide what is it that you're going to be helping us with, okay? So with that said, thanks again for watching, and I look forward to working more with you. We'll talk more in another video and on a live call next time, okay? Have a good one, you guys. Take care.